A very good morning to class 6th. Today we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 12, ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion. In this chapter we will study about the ratio and the proportions. Now, what do you mean by the ratio? These two words, that is ratio and proportion, we will denote with this symbol, right? And it is used to compare the relationship between two or more numbers representing the quantities. What? Ratio and proportion is used to compare two quantities. What? Two quantities. Like to make a cake. I am giving example of cake. We need 3 cup flour, right? And 1 cup sugar. So that is 3:1. Means if you take 3 cup of flour, then you have to take 1 cup of sugar. Clear? Now, in the ratio and the proportion, we use two method. First one is of subtraction. First method is of subtraction and second one is of division. Right? Means first method you can compare by subtracting, right? Like the question is, find the difference between the time taken by Sushan and Aditya to reach the school, right? Difference between their time. So how we will compare? See, like Sushan take 30 minutes to reach school and Aditya take 5 minutes to reach. So for in this case we have to find the difference between the time taken. Means we need that which one use the more time and what is the difference between their times. So 25 minutes, right? So this is the method of subtraction. We are comparing these two and we are finding the difference between the time of these two. So that is the method of subtraction. Second method, that is the method of division, right? Like same this. So Sushen, time taken by Sushen and time taken by Aditya. 30 by 5, so it will cut 5 6 and 1, that is 6:1. Means if Aditya take 1 minute, then Sushant take 6 minutes, right? Like this. After this, the next is that is antecedent and consequent. See, antecedent and consequent. These are the two words that used in ratio. Right? See, like the name given to this sign, that is subtraction. When we write any number in the down, that is means we are dividing the numerator with denominator. Same, these two numbers, 6:1. 6 is the antecedent and 1 is the consequent. Clear, students? What we call the first number is antecedent and the second one is consequent. clear about these, the first term of the ratio is called antecedent and the second term is called the consequent. Clear? After this, once again, what is the ratio? It is the relationship between the two similar quantities represented by the numbers. When we compare the two quantities, means when we find the ratio between the two quantities, there we have to need to remember few points. First one is quantities with the same unit, or you can say like quantities. See, like terms, like fractions we have studied in the previous chapter. Same like that, the first property of the ratio is the quantities are like quantities. Right? After that, second one, ratio has no unit. Like this, 6:1. So, the ratio has no unit. And the third one, the ratio change when the order in which the quantities are compared is changed. If we change the order of the quantities, right, like this is the time taken by Sushan and this one is for Aditya. If I change the order of these two, 5/30, then the ratio is 1:6. So, third property of ratio is the ratio change when we change the order of the quantities. Clear, students? So, the first point, or you can say the first property is very important. So, after this, the next one is, that is also the same, the compared quantities are different and the ratio are the same. Like, if like this, here the time taken by Sushan is in minute and 30 minute, and the second one is in second, right? So see, these two are different but of same, that is same unit of time, right? Minute also belong to time and second also belong to time. So either you will convert this into second or this into minute. After converting, you can find the ratio between these, right? As like 30 minutes and 5 seconds. Quantities are different but ratio are in the same. As I told you, the quantities are different. One is minute and second one is second. But the ratio is, I hope you know how I convert this minute to second, multiply with 60. And this one is 5. And your answer is 5 3s are 15, 5 6 are 360 ratio 1. Right? The compared quantities are different but the ratio are of the same, that is second. So after this, the main point about the ratio is a ratio should always be expressed in the lowest term. Remember this point, it always expressed in the lowest term. Like here, see, 1800 can be divided by 5 and 5 can divide by 5. Same like this. So, lowest term ratio should be always expressed in the lowest form. Now, come to the exercise, that is 12.1. Before starting the chapter, you have to write the introductions, the point which I told you. Everything you have to write in your notebook. Clear? So why we used to ratio, find the ratio to compare the quantities. After this, the questions are like this. The first question is, determine whether the following pair of quantities can be expressed as ratio. Means these quantities are given here. We have to decide. We have to determine, to tell that these quantities can be expressed as a ratio. So students, remind the properties of a ratio. Right? The first property in the quantities should be of same unit. Right? Means similar quantities can be compared. So first one, you will check the unit. This is centimeter and this is millimeter. So it means it can't be expressed as a ratio. B part is 3 kilogram and 50 gram. So as I discussed in the example also, we can convert this kilogram into gram and gram we can convert into kilogram, right? So this we can compare or we can express as a ratio. After this, hour and millimeter. Again you can see. No. Then week and days. Can we convert these days into week by dividing 7 and week into days by multiplying the 7. So yes. Then E part, kilogram and gram. These are also of same quantities. Right? After this, meter and gram. So this also we can't express. So clear the first question. That is very simple. Two quantities are given there and you have to choose that which quantity you can express as a ratio. Second is, express the following pair of quantities as both a ratio and fraction. Also identify antecedents and the consequence of the ratio. So this question is K2. That will be like this. This one is the A part of K2 question. Like this, one table is already in your book. You have to just fill that table. Don't fill that table in your book. You have to draw this in your notebook also. So firstly, see, the unit are same, days a days. So how we will compare? 5:8. In fraction means with numerator and denominator. Now come to antecedent. That is the first term of the ratio and it is 5. Now consequent. What do you mean by consequent? The second term. So what comes here? 8. Clear? Rest 4 part you will do yourself of K2. Now the K3. Complete the following table. So that is, see, first part is here data 1, data 2. Then ratio between data 1 and data 2. Right? And the fourth column is of ratio in the simplest form. Right? Simplest form. So at data 1, 2 hours. Data 2, 90 minutes. Right? So firstly you will convert these into like quantities. Hour we can convert into minute. 2 multiply 60. That is 120 minute. Right? Now 120 ratio 90. The simplest form, 120 ratio 90, 0 cut by 0, 12 ratio 9 by 3, 3 4s are 12, 9 divided by 3, 3. So ratio in the simplest form is 4 ratio 3. Now it is clear? So clear this question, how you have to do the k third. That is, firstly make the quantities equal. Right? Like the second part, that is 2 weeks 10 days. 2 weeks 10 days. So in this, how you will convert? See, 10 days when you convert into weeks, it will comes as half. 1 week complete and second is half. So in this case you will convert. ऐसे केस में आप क्या करोगे? वीक को डेज में कन्वर्ट करो. सो 2 वीक्स इक्वल्स टू 14 डेज. सो ये हो जाएगा आपका 14 एंड दिस बिकम. सो क्लियर की थर्ड. आफ्टर दिस द के फोर्थ इज express the following ratio in their simplest form. So student, simplest form we learned in 5th class also, in 6th also. So it is also same like that. The quantities are already given in ratio. There you have to just divide with the same number. Remember this, when you divide antecedent with 3, it means you have to divide consequent also with the 3. Like the first is 21 ratio 81. Can we divide it with 3? 3 sevens are 21. 81 divided by 3, it comes 27. 3 2s are 6, 3 sevens are 21. 7 ratio 27. Now there is no table which will divide both with the same number. So this is the simplest form of the ratio, this. B part, 135 ratio 45. Divide with 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 7s are 35, 5 9s are. Again we will divide it with, see I am writing here because it makes it easy to understand you. 27 divided by 3, 9. 9 divided by 3, 3. Again you can divide with 3. 9 divided by 3, 3, and 3 divided by 3, 1. So the simplest form of this ratio is 3 ratio 1. After this, C, D, E and F part you will solve yourself. Now come to the S1. The number of orange in the bucket is 4 times the number of bananas in it. So what is the ratio of the orange to bananas in the basket? So for this, firstly, number of orange, right, and number of bananas. So as if you go with the question, that is the number of the orange in the basket is 4 times the number of the bananas. Like this, if 1 banana, then 4 orange. So the ratio of orange to banana, it means orange ratio bananas. So that is 4 orange and 1 banana. So ratio is 4 ratio 1. You have to just look the ratio how it comes. Like in this, what is the ratio of orange to banana? So orange come at first and banana come at second. After this, in the S2, there are 12 chairs. So number of chairs, that is 12, and 3 tables. So number of tables is 3. So what is the ratio of the number of table? So ratio number of tables to the number of chair. Number of tables ratio number of chairs. Right? So this is how many tables? 3. And how many chairs? 12. 3 ratio 12. So when you convert this into simplest form as 1 ratio 4, because 3 divided by 3 1 and 12 divided by 3 comes 4. So the ratio of number of tables to the ratio of number of chairs is 1 ratio 4. Clear? Student, this exercise is very easy. In this you have to just understand which quantity come first, means which quantity will be as antecedent and which will be the consequence. These are the already mentioned in the question. You have to just read the statement very carefully. Like as third, in a basket containing 40 eggs. How many eggs? 40 eggs. 4 eggs are rotten, means they are destroyed. Find the ratio between the number of good eggs and the total number of eggs. So, how many total eggs are there? 40. In this question, one main point there, that is the ratio between the number of good eggs. Means अब आपको क्या फाइंड करना है? फर्स्टली यू हैव टू फाइंड द नंबर ऑफ गुड एग्स. सो हाउ मेनी रोटन एग्स? दैट इज 4. सो गुड एग्स total minus rotten, 40 minus 4, 36 eggs. Now the ratio is, find the ratio between the number of good eggs ratio to the total number of eggs. You can write here total eggs. So how many good? 36 and total are 40. If you write in the simplest form, it will come as 36 divided by 4 9 and 40 divided by 4 10. So ratio of good eggs to the ratio of the total eggs is 9 ratio 10. Clear? See, this is very easy exercise. Again and again I am repeating. In this you have to just read the statement very carefully. So the S3 question is completed. Come to the A1. The ratio of children to adults at a birthday party is 5:4. Right? Means in the party the ratio of children to adult is 5:4. If there are 180 people at the party, find the number of the children and the adults. The ratio given is 5:4. So firstly we will write the ratio. Children ratio adults, that is 5:4. Now we can write like this. See, after this total people equals to 180, right? It means 5:4. You can say, see this ratio, if we add these two, if I will write 5x plus 4x, that is 180, right? Because 5 represents children and 4x represent adults. If you want, you can write this one also. So before this, write like this: children's equals to 5x, adults equals to 4x. This we are let. Now total people equals to 180, right? So total people means children and adults. Another one is not there. So 5x plus 4x equals to 180. 9x equals to 180. And the value of the x is 180 divided by 9, that is 20. Clear, students? Now don't get confused that from where 5x and 2x come. 5x come as in the question it is mentioned there that the ratio is 5:4, and that is the ratio of children and adult. So children I took 5x and adult I take 4x. Now the value of the x is equals to 20 peoples. So we have to find the number of children. How much? 5x, that is 5 means, sorry, x means 20. 5 multiplied 20, 100. Clear? Number of adults. 4x, 4 multiplied 20, that is 80. Right? So how many children are there in the party? 100, and adults are 80. Clear this question? After this, the ratio of the number of blue pens to the number of red pens sold in a store is 7:3. It means firstly what comes? Blue pen, you will write here blue pen 7x, red pens 3x. If 80 pens are sold, means total sold pen equals to 80. So find the number of the blue pen. Same like this, you will find the value of the x and then put in the statement again. Clear this question? Easily you can do. After this, the last question of this exercise, that is A3. There are 16 horses. How many horses? 16. And 12 cows on a farm. If 2 horses are moved to another farm and 2 cows are brought in their place, so find the new ratio between the number of the cows and horses. So firstly, A3, the number of horses. Number of horses, that is 16, and number of cows, that are 12. Now according to the question, we will write here according to question. You can write A, T, Q. It is mentioned here 2 horses are moved to another farm. Means number of horses 16 minus 2, that is 40. And 2 cows are brought in their place. Means number of cows are 12 plus 2, that is 14. सी हॉर्सेस को 2 को उन्होंने शिफ्ट किया है और 2 काउस को वो लेके आए हैं, तो यहाँ पे प्लस एंड देयर कम्स माइनस. द रेशियो बिटवीन द नंबर ऑफ द काउस एंड द नंबर ऑफ द हॉर्सेस. सो हेयर यू कैन सी number of cows and use the symbol of ratio, number of horses, right? So cows are also 14 and horses are also 14, so the ratio is 1:1. Clear this A3 question. Now with this question our exercise 12.1 is over. After this on Monday we will do our next topic of exercise 12.2, that is equivalent ratios, right? What is the equivalent? A ratio having the same value when simplified are called equivalent ratio. Clear student? If anyone have doubt, you can comment and ask.